All right, so the goal of this workshop is to help you understand why most diets don't work, and to help you to figure out, or to teach you some things that you can start doing. So what should we do? One of my pet peeves is that I really, really want people to become better consumers of what's being sent their way about dieting and weight loss, in the same way as you become better consumers about other things, such as baby car seats, what kind of car to buy, you name it. We become better consumers on it through information. And I want you to become a better consumer of what's being thrown at you, because I don't know of any other product that is thrown at the public more than dieting and diet programs and diets. Okay, so what's wrong with most diets? The first thing, and this is really important, is that they tend to be very rigid and have very black and white rules. Usually when you get a diet book or somebody's talking about a diet, they spell out what they want you to do, and they spell out what they don't want you to do. And typically, if it's a kind of what I call a quirky name diet, they'll say, let's say it's the cookie diet. Okay, we want you to eat cookies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we don't want you to ever eat pineapple. Okay, or a high protein diet, everything protein, but stay away from the carbs, that sort of thing. And they don't say things that are very flexible. So that's one of the first things, and we'll go into that a little bit more in a minute. They oftentimes have misleading expectations. They'll say, on this diet, oh, and I do have a really good example of this one. On this diet, you can expect to lose 5 pounds every week. And that doesn't sound like that much, but 5 pounds every single week is not something that your body can physiologically do. But I was on a TV show not too long ago. Actually, that wasn't the day. I watched this TV show because I've been on it before, so periodically I tune in and see what they're doing. And they had a person on there that they said was a doctor. They didn't say what kind of doctor the person was, but he had a diet. And this diet product was what it was. One of the things was that it would actually go and target out the fat where you don't want it. Okay. Amazing. Target out the fat where you don't want it. And I forget how much he said that you would lose every week, but it was, an incredible amount of weight. So that, and the last thing was, this product was designed for people that don't want to exercise. Okay, so you don't have to exercise, you lose, 5, 10 pounds a week, and it actually goes and figures out where it is that you don't want the fat, and that's where it loses it. Okay? This was on television. All three of those things are unrealistic, and all three of those things, none of those things work. Okay? Especially the one about exercise and about, targeting where the fat is. Okay, so misleading expectations. They eliminate particular foods completely. They say, don't eat bread, don't eat this, don't eat that. Or they'll go, don't eat pineapple with cheese. But they usually eliminate a particular food completely. And what would you guess most of those foods are? Are they the things you don't like? They're the things, usually the things that you like, right? Now remember that, what I just said for something in a minute. All right, the other thing is that, to me, I call diet the 4-letter word. And a diet, when people say, oh, I'm going on a diet has a beginning and it has an end. If you're saying, I'm going on a diet, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go off the diet. Okay? So it has a beginning and an end, and that's why it's a 4-letter word. They don't help people to know how. They'll say, here, do this. But they don't help you with how am I going to be able to keep doing this for the rest of my life? And there is not enough focus on movement. Usually it's all about food. And if they do say anything about activity, they say it like in small print or really soft and go, oh, by the way, and exercise. But the truth is that the most fat-burning tool there is activity, is exercise. And I don't mean necessarily just the formal exercise where you go out to the gym or you go out and run or walk, but activity in general. Okay. The biggest thing here is that most diets are designed contrary to how the human brain works. Have you ever heard that? Okay. This is actually what most of this talk is going to be about. Most diets are designed contrary to how our human mind works the best.